Hey, welcome. This is all about building your first set of visualizations. We are going to be discussing the following. We're going to be using the show me function to create a variety of different bar charts. Then we're going to talk about creating line and area charts. We're going to create scatter plots. We're going to do tree maps, packed bubbles, and finally we're going to delve into the analytics tab. So let's get into the first video, which is talking about the show me function to create horizontal stacked and side-by-side bar charts. And of course, that's what we're going to be talking about, a show me function and then creating different types of bar charts. So what we're going to do is first we're going to tackle the horizontal bar chart. We're going to open our instance of Tableau desktop as we've done in the previous sections. And then we will open the Global Superstore. Just double click on that or click on open, whichever you choose. That will bring up the data source pane window. And when you have that, just go ahead and it's going to be fine. So let's go ahead and drag orders over to the drag sheets here. Of course, we could talk about live or extract connections, but let's just go ahead and click on sheet 1. Let's not worry about that. All right, so now we have the Show Me tab, and as you can see on the right-hand side there, we have a variety. When you hover over these, you will see that it creates little descriptions of what the particular visualization is. So it's very easy. So once you dump data in there, one of these is going to show up. I think I'm going to foreshadow that this is going to show up. Instead of it being grayed out or dulled out like that, it's going to show up more brightly. And so that's all you would do with the Show Me tab. It's quite straightforward. It helps a lot. So what I'm going to do is just drag sales, and that becomes sum of sales, as you know. We're going to drag it over a drop field here, and it defaults to this text, which is fine. But as you can see here, as I said, instead of it being dulled out, it actually is the bright one, and it's the recommended one. In fact, it's the only one. And you can see there, we have it. But of course, this tells you nothing, right? So let's go ahead and drag region, and we're going to put that over into the rows. And now we have a horizontal bar chart. We have completed it. And there you go, horizontal bar chart. Nothing fancy there, but that's going to be the core. As we get into other sections, we're going to be talking about why the horizontal bar chart is quite a useful tool to have. Now, let's go ahead and discuss stacked bar charts. So we have this same visualization, and all we're going to do here is click on the Show Me tab. And when we click on the Show Me tab, notice that because we have a dimension and a measure, more of these things show up. So now we have choices of pie chart. We could do these, we could do these. We'll get to this in a future section, future video, but for now, you can see that we have the stacked bar chart. The stacked bar chart is what we're going to do here. So let's go ahead and click on that. And when we do that, it transforms it into something that Tableau interprets. And what we do is Tableau just gets it into a stacked bar chart. But you're going to have to do some work there. Let's go ahead and drag, we're going to drag in order date. Now, I'm telling you what's going to happen is that even though it looks like it is a stacked bar chart, when I drag order date in there, it's going to change the visualization. Most likely it's going to change it to a line chart. And so we're going to drag that order date over, and when it does, it changes to a line chart. But it's like, oh no, what's going on? It's no big deal. We just go back to the Show Me tab, hit that function, and go back to the stacked bar chart, and voila, it is right there. Now, this is an interesting tip that could apply to any of the visualizations. When you click up here, you get different views. And so if you notice here, there's so much white space over here, right? It's just like too much white space. But you could change the fit by just clicking on that, hitting fit width. That's one option. You could also do fit height, which gets it back roughly to where it was before. You can also click on entire view, which in this case is actually the fit width. The bar chart is gigantic here, so you can actually go over to size. You click on size and you can nudge it, make it as big or small as you want. So there you go. That is a stacked bar chart. Now let's go ahead and talk about the final bar chart here of this video, which is side-by-side bar charts. So again, we have the previous visualization that we have, which is the stack bar chart. We'll just head over to the Show Me tab, and we're going to click on the bar chart here, which will give us a side-by-side bar. But again, as you know from the previous one, it actually will make it's not going to be perfect every time. So you click on that and you should probably do some modifications. Specifically, I'm going to drag away the order date. So there you go. I have the stacked bar chart. If I drag away the region, all of a sudden it becomes a stacked bar chart again. Let's put the order date back on there, and it's not actually side by side, but you get the idea. You can go between them without doing the Show Me tab. So let's go ahead and add region to it. And then we're back to stacked bar chart. So I just went from a side by side to a stacked bar chart.